Hello again, everyone. Welcome to another Let's Play. Once again, I am AuldDragon, and this time we're going to play Gateway to Savage Frontier. And let's go ahead and go with Sound Blaster, VGA, and that's a good save. Music on, of course. Beyond Software and Strategic Simulations Incorporated present Gateway to the Savage Frontier. It's kind of nice music. I don't see a listing for a composer. Oh, sorry about that. Wasn't sure if it was actually gonna get to the menu. Let's go ahead and play. Oh joy. Stupid copy protection. And of course I can't find my actual book for this, so... Let's see, page 8. So I have to use a PDF. Whee! Oops. Ah. Clicking in the window counts as, like, enter. Combat. Okay. Okay, I've actually created new characters, but we'll go through quickly the character creation. It's basically going to be the same as the Pools series. So, you know, you got... It's Forgotten Realms games. You got Dwarf, Elf, Gnome, Half-Elf, Halfling, and Human. Male, Female, of course. Cleric, Fighter, Magic User, Thief, Paladin, and Ranger. Okay, and Paladins start with 3,000 experience points. And then, of course, you got your same options for creating your character icons. Unfortunately, one thing that you do not get in this game is a dark gray color. So you can't make two-tone gray, which is rather annoying to me. And let's not save test. If you create, let's go with half-elf. And of course you got options for multi-class. And as you can see, start with 1500, split between the two classes. So it gives you a nice little bonus for single-class characters to start with some slightly higher hit points and stuff like that, provided that they're not multi-classed. But you will probably want to take some multi-class characters along. I can't remember what the maximum level in Treasures of the Savage Frontier is, but it's not that high. I don't think it's even 20. I think the highest level spells you can get is 5th, so it's something like 11th or 12th. So, and I believe you have the same, pretty much the same options that you have for the different pieces of your icons as you did for the first 3 Pools games. So I'm not going to go through those. If you want to check out what's available, watch one of my earlier videos, like Pool of Radiance or something. Okay, let's go ahead and add our characters. Got my fairly standard party at this point. Ald, level 2 Paladin. Crow is a level 2 Ranger. Islandwee is a level 2 Fighter, and what I'm going to do with her is either near the end of this game or the beginning of Treasures of the Savage Frontier. I'm going to dual class her and make her a Cleric. Level 2 Mage for Ellie. Min is a level 2 Cleric. And Moonshadow is a Fighter Mage Thief. So, of course, she's level 111. Whee! Okay, let's go ahead and begin adventuring. It is a night of celebration. Your party has successfully protected the caravan from Citadel Adbar all the way to Yartar. Better yet, you've gotten paid. Can Islandwee really eat 5 big steaks in one sitting? No, she can't. Crow tells everyone in the tavern about your trip. And you record the highlights of the evening as the introduction to your journey. I suppose I could probably read that. Let's go see where that is. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. We had thought this was going to be a routine mission, guarding a caravan of Mithril traveling from Mithril? Wow. From Citadel Adbar in the far north. But no sooner did we sign on to provide protection than the dwarves' king Harbrum himself called us to the top of the tallest tower in the fortress. Now, Harbrum, he talks through his whiskers, and it sounds like bellows blowing, but this particular morning he didn't have to say much to get our attention. He pointed to the northeast, and we looked towards a brown cloud floating above one of the mountain valleys. "Do you see that? It is dust," he said, his voice rising. "It is the dust of tens of thousands of Ice Mountain orcs as they march from their caves towards the cities of the south." "But that always happens this time of year," someone replied. "Orc raiding parties are always attacking Sundabar or ambushing caravans from Silvery Moon." The old dwarf nodded. "Aye, that's true. But turn your eyes to that dark cloud once more. Is that the dust of 1,000 raiders? I think not. 2,000? By no means. If we are lucky, perhaps only 2,000 times 10. Guard well this caravan, adventurers," he told us. "Evil is again awakened in the realms, and its eyes and hands and daggers will be around you." Well, after that speech, you can imagine how worried we all were. Every step of the way, we scanned the horizon looking for those dark brown clouds. We didn't see any, but we sure heard a lot of stories. Seems like everyone in the Northern Realms knows someone who's seen at least a dozen trolls or 100 orcs skulking across their fields. A burly fighter by the bar called out, "So you came all this way with such a fine-looking sword and never had a chance to quench it with orcish blood?" His voice dripping with sarcasm. He mimicked a dancer tiptoeing across the stage. "Perhaps you didn't want to fight. Perhaps it's just a child's toy with a fine golden handle attached to it for show." Before his words had even crossed the room, the sword in question was drawn, its gleaming blade flashing even in the dim light of the tavern. The room went silent as they waited to see if we'd attack the blustering fool. After a moment of hesitation, the sword was sheathed again. "This sword is saved for orcish blood," we called back to the drunken fighter. We do not care to soil it with yours." The man looked at us, thought for a minute, realized he had been insulted, and started across the room. Hesitating, he looked around. To his surprise, none of his companions were crossing with him. He started to admonish them, call them to battle, but the words were stilled in his throat. A tall, thin, black-caped man was sitting in the corner, and he shook his head one time. The drunken fighter dropped his eyes to the floor, muttering something, then turned and left the tavern. Several others followed. There was another moment of awkward silence. The man in the corner nodded, and the waitress appeared with a heaping tray, crying, "More for everyone! It's on the house!" We all surged forward for our share, and the rest of the evening was full of great fun and storytelling. But the next day you awakened to despair. The merry-making at the tavern made one too many friends in a town famous for the dexterity of its thieves, and now everything is gone. Looking around the room, filled with anger, you record your feelings as journal entry number 5. There's a lot of reading for such a early point in the game. Where is journal entry 5? Journal entry 5, the stolen rewards. A curse upon their filthy heads. They've taken all we had, stolen everything save the clothes on our back. More for everyone, the waitress cried out at the tavern last night. We looked at each other, shamefaced at having fallen for so old a trick. Someone slipped a little something in our food, and we slept like contented babies while the bandits stole us blind. All the gold we earned on our last mission is gone. We endured those dangers, did our jobs, and now we are left with empty pockets. Our heads could have festooned the end of an orcish pike, all for nothing. They even took my fine magical sword with the gold-braided handle, the one I used to slay the griffin at Longsaddle last winter. What I would give to have it one more time, if only to skewer the slime who committed this atrocity. We still have the tiny purse of coins I kept beneath my pillow. There isn't much, but it will be enough to buy new weapons and a few supplies. We need to find a new sponsor or a new mission quickly to earn the money we need to live. Whatever mission we next accept, we will have a second quest to complete as well, to catch those thieves and exact payment for last night. Okay, well, as long as we're here in the inn, let's go ahead and encamp and start memorizing spells. Go with 2 sleeps. Let's go with Bless and 2 Cure Light Wounds and Detect Magic. And another sleep. Okay. Let's go ahead and save our game. And let's see where we are. We are right there. There's only one room in the inn. A sign hanging above the door here reads, "The Inn of the Glowing Gem." Oops. A sign beside this door reads, "The Tired Traveler, Fine Food and Spirits." Let's not fight just yet. We need to buy some stuff. A sign above the door here reads, "The Yartar Armory, Swords, Bows, Shields, Armor." Are you interested in weaponry? Yes, I am. Let's go ahead and pool. Pecticorbins for everyone! Oh, speed 'em. I should do a speed 'em. No, I won't. Okay, how much money do I actually have? 210. Alright, I can't get really good armor. Let's start with, I'll buy armor last, actually. Let's get a flail for our cleric. And a staff sling. And a shield. Oh. It hides the items when you have nothing. That's interesting. Okay, and Ellie will get... Where's a quarterstaff? Hello, quarterstaff. There you are. We'll fill her up on darts for now. Okay. And let's go for longsword, shield, longsword, shield, and of course longsword and shield. Let's see. Composite longbow will be too expensive, but I can get a longbow. And where are arrows? There are arrows. That's good enough for now. Oh, it's platinum. I missed that. Well, in that case, I can actually buy armor. Good armor. Splint mail. Splint mail. Oops. That would have been bad. Splint mail. Splint mail. And I'll actually just get her leather armor. Padded armor is in the game? Wow. She's a fighter, but I don't want her to lose out on thief skills. Okay, how much money do we have left? Quite a bit. I suppose I probably could have gotten a composite longbow, but I think I'll stick with just longbows for now. And get some arrows. Okay. Alright, I think that'll be good enough for now. How much money do I have left? 64 platinum. Okay. Well. That's Hall of Training. Let's actually go back to the tavern and fight. The battle begins! So we've got bandits. Whee! Oops. There we go. Okay, what do we get? Wow, 45 silver. Let's sell this junk. Wow, one whole gold piece. This is so embarrassing. I have to pick up leather armor and long swords and sell them for cash. Oh, an Elmandretta can go up a level. I don't think I can afford it, though. Yeah, I really can't. Wow. Should go up a level right away. That's ridiculous. Okay, well, there's some more stuff that we can do. Oh, several thugs have cornered a small, terrified man in an alcove of this narrow street. Do you want to help him? Yes, I do. Hello, person who is on my side, named Crevish. Actually, just guard, since I don't think they don't have any ranged weapons. Let's see, what do we got? Okay, let's cast Sleep. Bandit falls asleep. Yay! Oh, one thing that I've pointed out before, but not actually in one of my recordings, you'll notice that we've got a shadow right there, and these guys don't. Yeah, this is how you tell if a combat icon is from one of the Savage Frontier games or one of the other games. No shadow. I don't know why it is like that, but it is. I mean, I really like the combat icons and many of the combat icons in these games, but the lack of shadows is a little silly. Crevish takes and hides his share. Hey, and Crevish is now in my party. Yay! He's a lawful neutral fighter with not great stats, although you could dual class him into a mage or a cleric if you wanted. Oh wait, no, you can't, because I think he needs to have a strength of 15 to do that. Well, get to that journal entry before I read that. Gosh, thanks, the small man stammers. My name is Crevish, and, well, gosh, I'm so grateful you saved my life. He continues to talk, and you record his words as journal entry 21. I'd sure love to do something for you guys. If you're looking for work, I have some friends here in Yardar who hire adventurers all the time. Maybe they have something that you could do, and that way you could get back on your feet again, and I would have helped you, and I would have repaid you for saving my life, and we'd be friends, and wouldn't that be great? Can I say no? Well, I actually can say no, but I'll say yes because you have to say yes. Crevish smiles broadly. And let me get to that journal entry. That's great! I'm glad I can help you guys. You record what happens next as journal entry number 24. Into the hidden complex. We followed Crevish around several corners and down an alley, where he pressed a hidden panel in the wall. A door swung open, and after some hesitation, we let him lead us into a dark corridor. Our weapons and armor clanked loudly as we walked cautiously down the passageway, finally arriving before a heavy wooden door. Crevish knocked on the wood in a complex pattern of beats with both knuckles and palm, and in a moment it was opened by an angry-looking man in well-crafted armor. Geez, another journal entry. Crevish introduces you to the gruff-looking man, but does not name him. You record your conversation as journal entry number 25. The meeting beneath Yartar. The man looked us over for a moment, not at all sure whether he liked the idea that Crevish had brought our party to a secret lair. It's all right, Captain. Crevish piped up enthusiastically. "They saved my life. They didn't have to do it. They could have just kept on walking, but they stopped and risked their lives to save mine, and that was really nice of them, and that's why you really ought to give them a chance to carry out a mission for us, because they've really earned a chance, I think, don't you?" The captain rolls his eyes. "All right, Crevish, all right," he sighed. "If you'll just be quiet, I'll give them a chance. As you know," he told us, "the temples of Bane are dedicated to the advancement of evil in the realms. One cleric of Bane in the town of Nesme up the river to the north of here has been causing great disruptions in that city. We believe that to save Nesme from civil war, he must be stopped. If you can find the Banite cleric and carry out this mission, you will have proven yourselves to be as valuable as Crevish here says you are. Well, almost as valuable anyway. The man shows you an image of the man you are to find." Man, that guy seems to really have some acne problems, doesn't he? Not to mention he looks like he bathes in red wine every day or something. "Do you accept the mission to go to Nesme?" "Yes, I do." "Good," the man says. "You can leave through that door." You turn to look for the door, and when you turn back to face him, the man is gone. "Can I come with you, please, please?" Crevish asks. "You guys have been really nice to me, and I'd like to help you if I could." Do you accept Crevish's offer? Sure. And alter order. And no. There. That should be good. Let me alter the speed. Make sure I'm on. Yep. Okay. Let's go ahead and save it. And let's call this an episode. We've gotten back on our feet since we were stupid enough to get overly drunk and drugged at a celebration and bragged and stuff like that, which Auld would never do. I mean, he's a hero of the Moonsea after all. So is everyone else, of course. They somehow got, massively drained by vampires and wights or something like that, and all the way down to, level 1 and 2 and such, but yeah, those things happen. Alright, we'll see you in the next episode.